Rodrygo's latest Instagram clip arrived like a splash of cold water. Sun, sea, and a relentless solo training session in Greece that looks more like a statement than a holiday high. While international fixtures gave stars a break and Xabi Alonso allowed players not involved with their national teams a few days off, the Brazilian forward chose a different route. The video shows him sprinting drills, finishing practice and hitting shots with the kind of focus that tells you this is about more than fitness. It's about proving something. At 24, Rodrygo sits at a crossroads. The summer's transfer whispers suggested exits. Staying at Real Madrid brought fresh expectations and fewer guaranteed minutes and a front line loaded with talent. Add to that the uncomfortable fact that Brazil left him out of the latest squad, and suddenly a seaside workout becomes a load image. It's no longer a casual clip to keep fans entertained. It's a message to teammates, rivals and national selectors. I am not checking out, I am competing. The stakes here are layered. Internally at Real Madrid, coaches and teammates measure more than goals and assists. They notice mentality. A player who voluntarily uses an off day to sharpen his body and instincts signals hunger for responsibility. For a coach like Xabi Alonso, whose early season minutes have already shown both faith and caution with Rodrygo, that hunger can tilt selection decisions. Internationally, the argument is just as stark. Brazil's forward cupboard is suddenly deeper and younger. Talented names are forcing their way into the conversation, and national coaches are paying attention to form and consistency. If Rodrygo hopes to be among Brazil's top choices for a World Cup cycle that culminates in 2026, a season of sustained performances is essential. One brilliant training clip won't secure international call-ups, but it frames a narrative. The man who stayed is outworking expectations. There's a psychological ripple effect too. Rival clubs and defenders now see reassurance and renewed threat. Opponents who might have written him off as inconsistent must instead prepare for a forward who has rededicated himself mid-season. For Real Madrid's internal dynamics, the signal is clear. Competition for places sharpens everyone. Practically, the clip raises tactical questions. Will Alonso reward visible commitment with more starts or crucial minutes off the bench? Will Rodrygo's work translate into better decision-making in the final third, faster recovery between sprints, sharper finishing, and crucially, can he string together that technical quality with the physical edge he showcased on the beach? The answers will come in matches, but the clip buys him attention and perhaps a degree of patience from coaching staff who love visible professionalism. Yet there's also a cautionary angle. Overtraining, mismanaged rest or trying to force form can backfire. Footballers balance conditioning with recovery. Rodrygo must convert intent into measurable impact. Goals, assists, successful dribbles, decisive link-up play and consistent minutes. The narrative that began with rumours about his future now faces a simple test. Translate off-day hustle into on-pitch reliability. If he does, his season could become a turning point, quieting transfer chatter, winning trust in the locker room, and reclaiming a spot on Brazil's radar. If not, the clip risks being remembered as a well-meaning but ultimately symbolic gesture. For fans and pundits, the real entertainment lies ahead. Watch how opponents mark him, whether Alonso leans on him in big fixtures, and whether Rodrygo's performances force a change in the season's arc. In a world of social media moments, this Greece session is one that turns a private training routine into a public test. It's a bold way to say, I stayed, I'm ready, and I'm fighting for my place. The final verdict will come from the next sequence of matches, from the numbers on the scoreboard, and from the selection sheets in both Madrid and Brasilia. But for now, that clip in the sun has done its job. It woke people up, shifted the conversation, and set the tone for a season that could define Rodrygo's career. Watch closely. This could be the moment a season turns.